Okay, this is Navy Old Salt Gamer. Please remember to subscribe and like if you follow these videos. I'm about to run the Gauntlet. Now this scenario, from what I've heard and from what I've seen, and I have tried it a couple times, is a lot tougher than the Straits of Hormuz. Basically, I don't know if it's random or not, we'll find out in a second here. The ships you get, uh, I find you're kind of outmatched, and because of that, I may have to go to doing MCON here uh, to kind of sneak in a little bit, but I'm going to try it without it on this run, and we'll see what happens. And if I fail this one, I'll put it on YouTube as a failure. We'll see what happens here. The Ditcher Stew patch, I don't know. I looked through the patch notes. It seemed like quite a bit of behind-the-scenes stuff, some memory leaks, some crash fixes. I have yet to have a crash. Everything seems to work pretty good with me. Okay, so here you go. I got to get at least one transport to Narvik, however you pronounce it. So there you go. I'm going to pause it real quick. I have the Perry. Zoom in here a little bit. The Duncan, which is the Perry. He's my group leader, which tells me right there I might be a little outmatched. And then I have a Knox class. Now, the problem with these is they have anti-submarine rockets. They have some anti-submarine torpedoes, the lower, the 46s, which aren't quite as damaging as the 48s. Short range 10 nautical mile Sea Sparrows and guns. So anti-air, not so much, a little bit of anti-sub, and that's the Knox class. We go down here to the Perry. Now the Perry has harpoons, has 8 harpoons, and he has 32 SM-1s. Now they're the shorter range standard missile, 24 nautical miles, so it doesn't give you as much time to react. They also have the Mark 46 torpedo and guns and a Sea Whiz. I didn't notice, did the Knox not have a Sea Whiz? That would be kind of surprising. It does not have a Sea Whiz, so no close-in weapon system. So first thing I'm going to do, and I always do this, here, I don't like the original formations, that's just me. I'm going to bring this guy a lot closer. Put this guy behind, move that guy up a little bit. Okay, so the formation's set. I am not going to use MCON in this one. I may, if I fail real bad, I may have to change my strategy.
Air search on.
So I'm going to turn
Radar
my
eye.
air search,
Surface search on.
and I'm
Radar eye.
going to do everything passive with sonar. Towed array, that one's below the layer, so I'm going to deploy that below the
Stream
layer.
the towed array. Sonar eye.
And then on this one I'm going to do air
search
search,
on. Radar eye.
surface search,
Surface search on. Radar eye.
and I'm going to go above the layer
Lower the
on this one.
VDS transducer.
I think this was
Sonar
below.
eye.
I always get that confused here. Oop. He was below the layer, right? Yes. So now I got below the layer covered, above the layer covered. Now I'm going to take a bigger risk with my helo on this one. So forgive me, helo pilots, because I have to have a better surface picture. Why does it keep doing that? There we go. I'm going to launch a helo, and I'm going to send him forward further out of my air cover range, because I have too short of a range with these missiles. They're only The other one gives me, I think it's 65 nautical miles, so I can look further ahead, which is further than most uh, surface-to-surface missiles that the Russians carry. I can't do that here. So this helo is going to have to go out of my air cover range to do a surface search to see what's in front of me. So he's going to have to take a bigger risk. That's why they get paid the big bucks. That's what I keep saying, even though they really don't get paid the big bucks. I did turn the sounds down, so hopefully they're not blasting your ears off like they were in a couple of the recordings I did. It wasn't too bad. Nobody complained. I just didn't like it. So I will be skipping as much of this video to make it shorter, because these scenarios, especially this one, I think this one could be a long one. These scenarios tend to get kind of long. Other thing I'm going to do,
Ahead 1/3.
you might be surprised about
Maneuvering
this,
aye.
but I'm going to slow way down because otherwise I won't hear the submarine threat. And I think there's going to be a submarine threat in this one. So let me rearrange this while the helo's taken off. I wish there was a way, sometimes there probably will be, to save your map setup so we don't have to keep doing this. I guess I could speed it up a little bit here. Put it 5 until the helo takes off. There it goes. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to send him up to my first waypoint here. And now I can't see the waypoint, but I think it's like right up here. I'm going to send him up there, way out of my air cover zone, which is kind of scary. I'm going to send him up to 3,000.
Go to altitude 3000.
Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. That's one of my merchant vessels. So this was up here by these islands, the first waypoint. I would not be surprised if I lose a helo in this running. So he's a little up above my first waypoint, but that's okay. We're going to see what happens. So I'm all set up initially. Got my plan going here. I'll set up a couple rings. But I'll pause it for that. A couple range rings so I know when to, I can engage things, that type of stuff. So there we go. I shall be back shortly. Okay, so real quick, got my range ring set up. This is my air cover range. 24 nautical miles is the range of the, 24 roughly. A little bit more than that, 24.5 I think it is. On the SM-1. And this is how close submarines got to get before I can engage them, which is just plain scary. So I'm going to probably be doing... Why didn't he slow down?
Ahead 1/3. Maneuvering aye.
Okay. That's what I wanted to do, so I can give my chance. And this is going to make this mission a lot longer, going this slow. But I need to listen for submarines. I wish this was set. You could set this to a speed, vice 1/3, 2/3. They might come out with a patch for that. I think 1/3's a little too slow. 2/3's a little too fast. I'd like to do like maybe 8 knots. And I know that's a little picky, but when you're talking 2 knots speed over that distance, it adds up pretty quick. Now my helo's still going out on station. He is up to 3,000, so let's turn him on.
Surface search on. Radar aye.
And hopefully he picks up any surface threats before they can launch missiles at me. That's his goal. Find the surface threats. So I can hit him with my... Oh, I could do that too. I could do that too. Just to make sure, I think it's 65 harpoons. 65 nautical miles. So let's put another range ring out. Oh man, this is always tough because you have to be able to click on this, and then you got to back out to get to 65. So right around, well, it's going to be hard to 64 and a half. I'd rather go a little bit less. So that's my harpoon range. That's my air cover range. That's my anti-submarine range. That's all I got to work with right now. Inbound missiles. This does not give you a whole lot of time if we're traveling pretty fast. So there you go. I'm going to pause it again until something interesting happens. Okay, so I just paused it. I have multiple air contacts. Now, I got 2 contacts flying right at me in formation. Commercial airliners do not fly in formation. They are hostile. And by the way, in this scenario, we are already at war. So I can safely declare. Now, this is a problem. So now, because I got air contacts, I have to bring this guy back.
Roger. Turn 25.
To make sure. Well, I could probably bring him up here. Yeah, let's do that. As long as he's in my air cover range and not directly in the path of those fighters, I'm okay. So I'm gonna keep him in my air cover until this error is resolved. And I have to wait for those guys to get to here before I can launch anything at them. That's just craziness. So I'll speed it up and I'll keep this running. I'll speed it up to 5. They're going pretty fast, so now they're crossing into my harpoon range. But like I said, I can't do anything until they get into my air cover range.
New air contact detected.
All
New
right.
air contact
Here we
detected.
go again. So I'm getting attacked by 2 waves. Again, in formation. You're hostile. You're hostile. And something else I'm going to do, I'm going to come back here. Since it's air threats, I'm going to go weapons free on my 2 combatants, so they can engage them at their earliest convenience. Air contacts, they do pretty well. They shoot 1 missile at each. They don't overuse missiles. Surface contacts, not so much. Sometimes you waste an exocet on a ship that's very damaged, and you don't really need to do that. So if it's surface targets, I'm going to do it manually. But anyway, I'm getting off the beaten path here, so let's go back to 5. Luckily, if they were smart, they would have came in at the same time. They're giving me a chance to engage the first group before the second group arrives. They should have planned it out better. Stupid Russian forces. These are just joking. So, now I did find out, by the way, if you hit the space bar, you pause it. If you hit it again, it goes to 1. So that's a quick way of bringing your speed down to 1. And right about now, I'm going to go to 1. And these guys should relatively quickly... Oh, let me go back. I like to watch the Hazard Parry. I'm kind of fond of Hazard Parries. There we go. He's loading his missile. So he's going to engage
Further away,
1.
Track 7002.
And he should load another.
Bandits.
So they've just identified them as, yes, they are hostile, even though I knew they were.
Birds away,
There
track,
goes the second
track
one.
7001.
So he's taking care of both inbound targets. If I hit. To be honest with you, they're not even in range, I don't think, of this other one. They might be. So he may help engage them if they get too close. And that one, boy, that seems really fast.
Birds away.
I
track,
missed.
Track
The
7,
first missile
0,
missed.
0,
Figures.
2.
Second missile missed. That's not good. So he's going to have to load another missile. And meanwhile, these guys are getting closer and closer. There goes another missile.
Birds away. Track 7, 0, 0, 1.
So that's 4 missiles I shot at these two. Another miss. I'm not starting out very good here.
Birds away. Track
5
7,
missiles.
0, 0, 2. Track
Okay,
7,
got one of
0, 0, 1 is toast. Track
Thank goodness.
7, 0, 0, 2
There
is
goes 5 of
toast.
my missiles. Oh, and then here comes round 2. Man. This is a tougher scenario. They have this set up at a harder level, I think. Which is good. I think the Straits of Hormuz, even on the hard, might have been
Birds away.
a
Track,
little too
track
easy.
7, 0, 0, 3. Bandits.
Okay, load your second missile. There you go.
Birds away. Track 7, 0, 0, 4.
Now, please give me a little bit better luck. I'd rather not go through 5 more missiles to shoot these 2 down. So whatever the missiles these guys are carrying, I'm
Splash
shooting
track
good.
7, 0, 0, 3. Bandits. Birds away. Track 7,
Missed
0, 0, 4.
Come on.
Track
Thank
7,
goodness.
0,
Okay, so I
0,
survived the
4
first-
is toast.
The first air raid, and it took 7 of my SM-1s. I think it was 7, if I counted correctly. Hey. Alright. So now, I did change my strategy a little bit. There's no reason to send this guy out further than the range of my harpoons. Hope I gotta click on this guy first. So that's the range of my harpoons, so I want to send, let's put an X there. For now, anyway. I want to send my helicopter out to about this area.
Roger. Turn 0, 4, 3.
Now I have him at 6,000 feet, so he's a little higher, his radar's going. So I should be able to pick up surface targets, if there are any, before they get to that range. And there we go. So I'm going to pause it again. Survived my first encounter. We'll see how it goes from now. Okay, so I just got a submerged submarine contact, and I just happened to be relieving this helo on my surface patrol. So guess what? We're going down to 20 feet.
Roger. Go to altitude 2, 0. Roger. Turn 0, 8, 0.
First thing I'm going to do, I know there's no friendly submarines here, so
Engage track 7. Engaging track 7, 0, 0, 5.
he's got 2 Marks 46s on board. Let's see if I can make his life a little bit miserable before he disappears on me. Let's pause this for a second. I don't remember off the top of my head. The range of the Mark 46 is pretty small, I believe. 8 nautical miles. So he's 10 nautical miles away, so it won't take long.
Contact faded.
Oh.
Track.
I'm still gonna launch. Now he's heading down this way. Let me put an X here before it disappears. And another X here. He was heading this way. So I can't really engage him anymore. But I lost him. But I can go down to 20
Roger,
feet
go to altitude. Roger, turn 093.
and see if I can redetect him with my...
Engage track
No,
7005.
that's not what I want.
Roger, turn 090. Roger, turn
Then go up this
093.
way. There we go. 20 feet.
Roger, go to altitude 20.
So I gotta try and redetect this guy. Should probably move this one to there. And that one to there. I'm gonna speed this up to 3 just to get it. Do some time compression here. Oop, got him again.
Engaging track 7. Engage track 7005.
He's in my range now. I should be able to hit him pretty quick.
Engage track 7005.
What are you waiting for? Get him before he disappears.
Track 7005 is classified. Hostile submerged submarine.
Perfect. Now attack him.
Whip it away.
Marvelous.
Roger, RTV.
Okay, so you're out. Do I have... Where's my other helicopter? Is he still... Yeah, he is.
Engaging track.
Now he's low on fuel, so I don't know if he'll actually be able to do this. He heard the torpedoes. He must be going like massively fast. 22 L now, really. 22, 23. He's speeding up though. Trying to get away from him. Alright, while all this is going on, I should have one spare helo here. I hate to have them all out at once. Alright. Oh, they locked onto the noise makers. Dadgummit. Oh, one of them reacquired, I think. Did it? Nope. They're searching. Only half a mile away. Come on, reacquire them. Oh, I think you got him. Yep, he locked back onto him. This one did not. That one did. Hey, any damage I can do to this guy makes my life a lot easier. Give him something else to think about. Now the other one's got him too. Where are you?
Hit track 7005. Contact faded. Track.
Well, he's going after the noisemaker that we just released, so...
Hit track.
Oh, I got him anyway.
7005.
Now I got so many noisemakers out there, I don't know if I'll be able to find them again. But I definitely gave him something to think about. So that went really well. It's kind of lucky, because I was just sending one out to go relieve this guy for his surface watch, and my passive sonar picked him up. So, where's this guy at? Did he launch the helo yet? Should have. Didn't I launch the helo? Oh, there he is.
Contact faded. Track.
Okay, where's all those noisemakers? Go over here.
Roger. Turn 06.
20 feet.
Roger. Go to
See if I
altitude
can find them with a mag gear
20.
again. So we're going to set a course up crisscross. See if I can relocate this guy on mag gear. Something like that. He might not be moving real fast at the moment because I hit him a couple times. And I guess I should just return this guy to base because he's got nothing to attack now. Unless I reacquire him. I haven't done yet. I'm just going to RTB this guy.
Roger. RTB.
Now Mark 46s are relatively small. Oh, I think I sunk them. I think I sunk them. This track is... Can't be certain, but I believe I sunk the guy. Excellent. But I claim that I do unless I pick them back up. I'll pick them back up. So, guess what, guy? You're going to change your plans. You're going out here.
Roger. Turn 058.
8,000
Roger.
feet.
Go to altitude 300.
Turn the
MCON,
radar
secure
on.
all emitters.
Oops.
Radar eye. Surface search on. Radar eye.
And you're returning to base. You're returning to base. I didn't get any confirmation that I sank them, but it turned black. Maybe they should change that, because I can't, I could hear crunching noises or ball popping, so, and maybe that's what that is. But it appears that I solved, or survived, I should say, the submarine attack too now, so that's 2 attacks, and it went really well. I don't think I'm done yet, I don't know. I think there's some surface threat waiting for me.
Roger.
Oop.
Turn
That's not what I
162.
meant. Sometimes I
Roger,
bump the
RTB.
mouse, tell things to do things that I really don't want them to do. Okay, so I believe I sunk the submarine. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, he's black. So unless he reappears and I find something else, I'm going to pause it again. But I was able to click on him, it did information. He's not moving. Sorry about that. His depth is 2,000 feet and not going down any further. Don't know specifics. Crush depths, but that's pretty dang deep. I'm saying he's on the bottom and destroyed. So I survived the submarine threat, at least one of them, unless there's more. I still have not got any more threats. I'm debating on speeding up. Well, maybe I will. This might be a mistake. Well, it's worked so far. It's worked so far, why change it? I'm doing 6 knots, which is a slow transit. But it's worked so far, so I'm going to stick with it for a little bit. And I'll be back. I do have to pretty constantly rotate my forward observing surface protection, because by the time they get out there,
On station.
that's their fuel. So they can't stay out there real long. So basically it's a back and forth. I have 3 helos. I bring them one back, launch one, and I'm doing that over and over just to keep surface watch in front of me. And again, I have his surface radar on. If I click on him, that is the LN66 with a range of about 139 kilometers. So this is 50 kilometers. So that's well, I guess I can do this. See, they do kilometers and then they do nautical miles. That annoys me. Pick one, guys.
New surface.
Uh-oh.
Contact detected.
Well, that's a good sign, maybe. Oh my, he's like right there. Get rid of that. I did that by accident. Now, again, we're at war. Could this be a commercial ship? Let's identify him. Back to speed 1. He refuses to identify himself. So, I have to watch now, because I outside air cover. He's 17 nautical miles away. So I gotta watch him. Not acting threatening right now. He's not coming towards my track. I wonder how far. That's only 50, so it's a small target. Oh my. This might be the first time I'm going to ask them to ID a target. And if he has surface-to-air missiles, I'm going to get shot down. First, let's start by putting an X here. That's where he's at. And he's heading this way right now. What's his speed? 23 knots. He's definitely hostile. 23 knots. Commercial shipping's not going to be doing 23 knots. He can't attack him, so I'm going to back him up a little bit.
Turn 2, 3, 4.
See if I lose contact with him again. At least I know where he is and where he's going. And might be time. Well, I got time for him to be on station yet. I don't want to. I can't shoot at him yet because he's not in range of my harpoons anyway.
Contact faded.
So I can't go that. I wonder if I can go up and still see him.
Roger. Go to altitude 6,000.
So he's pretty much at the limit of my surface search. Height doesn't seem to matter. Over
Roger.
down. I want
Go
to keep an eye on this guy.
Roger. Turn 047.
Got enough fuel to stay there for a while. Get him back in contact. There he is. So I can stay right there and keep an eye on him for now. Speed 23.
On station.
Single contact. I'm going to make him neutral. Well, not. Is there an unknown? No. I'm going to make him neutral for now. I'm a little concerned. I don't want to shoot something by accident. Until he makes himself a little more hostile. The 23 knots is what's getting me. Merchant shipping doesn't normally do 23 knots. Fishing boats don't normally do 23 knots. How much fuel do I have left? I better send another one out. I gotta keep this guy monitored. We have one. Yep. Launch that. Should I risk trying to visually ID this guy? He's small, so does he have surface-to-air missiles? Maybe. Let's see what happens. I really need to know what he is.
VID track 7010.
So he should be trying to fly closer. Not really moving. So if he doesn't get closer, that's okay. Just changing height. Get information on him. $29 more. Sampan. That's kind of funny. A Dow. I'm trying to identify him. Maybe this will get this down a bit. Doesn't look like it will. Oh, he's still doing 281, so he hasn't changed his course yet. We get a little bit more in front of him.
Roger. Turn 3, 2, 4.
This is how tricky these kind of situations can be. Won't identify himself. Maybe he has his radio turned off. Maybe he's a fisherman who dropped a fish on his radio. His radio's not working. You know, could be anything. I am very suspicious because of this speed. And he's getting closer and closer to me. 16 nautical miles.
VID track 7010.
So he stopped moving. He's getting a little bit closer now. He doesn't have chat. I guess if he shoots at him, I know he's hostile. They bring the other one up here. It should be launched by now, right? Yeah. Oop. Yeah, I did get him, I think.
Roger. Turn 008.
What did I just do? Okay. What did I just do? Did I change my ship's course? I think I did. No?
On station.
What the heck? Okay, I must have bumped him.
Roger. Turn 049.
Get you up to, we'll do you 1,000
Roger.
since I
Go to
already have
altitude
contact on him.
1000.
So he is getting closer. Still hasn't done much identifying. Got enough fuel to do it. I guess I'll know his intentions if he launches a missile at me. There's no way to scroll through here. I wish I could scroll because, you know, I don't know if these are the top threats or what they are, but slowly getting closer and closer to the sky. Let's update my plot of them here. Well, if I get an identification on him, or if I get shot at, I'll start the recording again. Well, it's only 8 miles. He should be able to figure this guy out pretty soon. I'm heading right toward him. You can see it is nighttime. And so I can't see much on my view screen here. Can't really tell. That helped a little. Still can't see anything though. Hasn't helped yet. How close do I have to get to this guy before I can identify him? No change in speed or course yet. Good Lord. Not sure what that actually is. That must be old. Nautical miles. He either doesn't know I'm here, or he's not real hostile. This would be easier if it was daytime, I think. He's only a nautical mile away. You can't tell what he is. Okay, so it did up there.
7010 is classified. Hostile warship.
Okay, that would be a hostile warship.
We're hit.
Oh. Well, at least I know. I lost him now, but dang it. Lost the helicopter in the process.
Roger, turn 039.
Well, that was a tough way to figure out what that was.
Roger, turn 04.
He's not in my missile range yet, so... Sounds like he shot me down with guns.
044.
At that range, he probably could have shot me down with a handgun. Alright, so... I'm gonna pause it until I get recontacted with this guy, who I now know is hostile, and I'll be back. Now, if I remember correctly, Minushkas have a surface-to-surface missile, and I don't know, is there a database key you can click here somewhere? How can I look up Minushkas? Unfortunately, I closed that. Can I still bring that up? No, he's gone. I lost him. I'll have him back here shortly.
Roger. Turn 040.
But they have, I want to say, SSN 9s, but I'm not certain on that. I could be wrong. But I don't know what the range is, and I'm not sure how I can call things up here. What's this? Nope. Maybe I can't. I don't know. They don't have a, is it, can I do an F1 key or something? Hold on a second, let me pause this. Options. Pause toggle, ceasefire, cancel. Camera. Center unit. Switch to formation leader. Wow, there's a lot of keys. What does F1 do? There's F10. Nope. F5. Nope. Oh, it does have a quick save. I didn't know that. Quick load. Cancel. So F1. Follow camera. That's all camera stuff. What does tab do? Nope. So if there is one, maybe somebody can tell me. I guess I went very far away from this guy. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to pause it. I don't know how to look up a ship, but I know they have surface missiles, so he is the threat. I got to get him inside my my harpoon range, and then I'm gonna make quick work of that guy anyway, I think. So I'm gonna pause it, and I'll be back. Okay, so I reacquired him with my helo.
On station.
Immediately marked him hostile. Still doing 23 knots at 281, which is actually north of my planned attack, or track. I think. Yeah, he's already north, but he's playing close enough. So once he gets in range, I plan on making somewhat quick work of that guy. So I'm going to pause it. Should be in range pretty soon. Might be up this way, but that's okay. So I'll be back. Okay, he just changed course.
Roger. Turn 164.
Oops, sorry about that.
Roger. Turn 102.
So he's going to be in missile range in no time now. I did launch another helicopter just in case he took a while to go to 1 here. We'll send him up this way.
Turn 043. Roger. Go to altitude 3000.
He should probably actually in range now, but better not to test the maximum range of a missile. Yeah, well, no, not quite. So I got that range set up pretty good. We go back to here.
On station.
The helicopter's doing a good job of staying far enough away to stay out of trouble, but also good enough to track me, or help me track that guy.
Bulldog away. Track,
Oh, I have weapons
track,
free set yet.
701. Bulldog away. Track 701.
I forgot to go weapons tight, so he launched automatically, which is fine with me. I do have this set for 5 times speed, by the way. So it looks like the missiles are going fast, it's probably because they are.
Roger, turn 264. Roger, turn 189.
So I'll slow it down when the missiles get
On
closer.
station.
I really only wanted to shoot one missile, which is the unfortunate thing about this. And the Nuchka isn't that big, so one missile would have taken care of it. Now after this I'm going to risk going up to 2/3 speed so I can shorten this scenario a little bit. I don't know if I've taken care of all the hostilities or not, but I had an air attack, a submarine attack, and now kind of a weak surface attack. Unless I miss them, which is a possibility, but I doubt it. There we go.
Hit track 701.
Nice secondary explosion. So I did only need one missile. But just to make sure.
Hit track 7011.
Yeah, there's his SSN mines. And I think he has surface-to-air missiles and a gun. So, I don't know why he didn't use his surface-to-air missiles on me, but he did turn black. I'm going 18 knots still? You're not doing 18 knots. I'd be surprised if he's doing 18 knots. No, he's going down pretty fast. You'll have to do better than that, guys. Okay. So, that's handled. I'm gonna go up here.
Roger, turn 08. Roger, turn 0.
Just to make sure there's nothing else around. I'm going to have his radar on. This guy's coming up. I can turn his radar on.
Surface search on.
Jet 3,000
Radar
feet.
eye.
So he's coming up to relieve that guy. And I'm going to take the chance of going to 2/3.
Ahead 2/3. Maneuvering eye.
Which is going to make it harder for me to pick up subs, but it's also going to make this scenario a little shorter. I got quite a ways to go yet. So, unless I find something else, I'm going to pause it. And it might be, if I wiped out all the threats, which I kind of doubt, but who knows. We'll go from there. Okay, so I haven't encountered anything in a while. There's where the Nanuchka was. I'm passing that position. There's where the submarine was. Getting closer. So I think I'm gonna, after this one, I'm put an X here. I'm not gonna launch another helo until I get to that, maybe in this location. Trying to keep this real life. I mean, I lost a helo, so I have maybe a couple pilots doing constant flight ops. In real life, I don't think I would be able to do that, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to have this guy return to base because he's almost out of fuel.
RTB.
And then we're just going to go to this, somewhere around this X, and launch another helo. That'll give him a little bit of time to rest. I'm getting close. I don't know if I'm going to have anything more attack, but we'll see what happens. I'll be back. Okay, so I moved the X up, relaunched to helo, getting closer and closer. Feeling a little bit safer and safer, which is probably dangerous. I have increased the speed of the surface action group to 17. So I wouldn't be able to hear a submarine if there was an issue, but there you go. This will be my next marker point. That'll probably be the last one, because if I don't see anything on that surface search, then I doubt whether there's any more ships here, because there's the final, almost home. So one more helo routine, and I might be home free. I'll be back.
On station.
Okay, so I put the last helo up. I think I'm going to put up. Got him searching the surface. Don't have any contacts. So it looks like I successfully did this, but I'll come back and show you scores and losses and if I missed anything. Overall, this is a lengthy scenario. If you want to be careful, probably 2 hours, give or take. Probably more like give than take. And if you are smart with your helos and keep a surface search lookout, don't go too fast that you're going to go over top the submarines that might be in the area and not hear them, so they shoot at you. You got to be cautious. Got to be patient. This one, I would say, requires patience. Pretty good scenario, though. I mean, they had air, subsurface, and surface in it, so pretty good. For the amount of ships you have, I'd say it's well balanced. The air, the sub, and the surface were 2 warships that I would say are not the top warships of the fleet, so to speak. So pretty good scenario. Lost a helo. I mean, sorry, Mr. Pilot. Hopefully when we went by, you had your parachute on or whatever, get out. I don't know if they have parachute, probably not. But hopefully you were able to land successfully and get out and survive, and I rescued you. If not, I'll be notifying your family. But I don't see anything here. I'm going to return this guy to base.
Roger, RTB.
And then I'll come back to show you the end conditions, and we'll see you then. Okay, so I'm crossing the finish line. I'm at 10 times speed. Now the last game I ran didn't end, and I had to hit escape. I don't know if that's a glitch or if it's something I did, but I'm pretty sure both the merchant ships, at least one of them, well, the condition is 1, so probably just 1 gets across. It should automatically end the game, but I'm going to wait and see. I did get both of them across. There we go. So decisive victory, another 1,000 score. I did lose a helo, but that didn't affect my score. That's kind of sad for the helo pilots. Oh my, I guess that's an acceptable loss unless you're the pilot. But anyway, there you go. Again, maybe Old Soul Gamer, if you enjoy these videos, please subscribe and like. That was a fun scenario. A little harder, I would say, than the Straits of Hormuz, even on the hard setting. I think this one was harder. More aspects to worry about other than just repeated air and missile attacks. So, good scenario. I would say probably more like 3 hours than 2 hours, but there is a little time consuming. It does require patience, but it's a fun scenario. So there we go. You have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video.